Bob, if you're ready, it's 9 a.m.
All right, there we go. Sorry about that. I tried to switch over to wired to make it a little more stable, but it didn't want to work. Can you hear me okay, Mike?
Hear you loud and clear.
All right. Computer wants to restart, so hopefully it doesn't drop out. If I do, I will be back. But I'm telling it to ignore that. Anyway, I'm looking at the list here, just making sure we do have a quorum, correct?
We do. We have Shelley and Jeff and yourself. Bruce and Henry are absent today.
No problem. Then we'll go ahead and I'll call to order the Columbia 911 Communication District's Board of Directors meeting for May 25th, 2023 here, starting at 9:01 a.m. First, we'll start with the budget hearing. But before that, just for the record, again, for attendance, it is Shelley Hennessy.
Good morning.
Let's see, and Jeff.
Good morning.
Good morning. And myself, Rob Anderson. Both Henry and Bruce are unable to make the meeting today. All right, we will start by opening the fiscal year 2023-2024 budget hearing. Any public comments? And see, is Nathan there facilitating? Anybody's hands up for comments?
There are no hands.
Okay, just because it's virtual, I want to give everyone just another 10 to 15 seconds here. All right, seeing none, is there any member comment? Hearing no comments, we'll go ahead and adjourn the budget hearing. Go ahead and call to order the regular session of the board meeting. Again, for roll call, it is Shelley Hennessy, Jeff Flack, myself, Rob Anderson present, and both Henry and Bruce are unable to attend today. We'll start with introduction. Mike?
Yes, sir. For district staff, we have Mary Jo Beck,
Put your syrup in there.
Chandra Egan, Alex Edinger, Burke Levine, Mel Hooper, Nathan Hughes, and myself, Mike Butcher.
Perfect. And introduction of the new CFO.
Well, normally at this point, I would have introduced our new CFO, Mickey Nichols. However, her daughter decided to have a child earlier than expected, and so she is absent. She's with family, helping tend to her new granddaughter.
Copy. Well, hope everything goes well there. And then next, we will move on to public comments. And I'm trying to look on here. I don't see any hands up. Have Nathan confirm if there's anyone who has any public comments.
Not seen anyone.
No hands, sir.
All right, like I said, just want to wait another 10, 15 seconds just to give everyone the opportunity. And thanks everyone for bearing with me. Had a couple late night transports last night, so a little rummy on this end, but
appreciate you being there, Rob.
All right, if there's no public comment, any additions to the agenda?
No, sir.
All right, hearing none. Entertain a motion for the approval of the regular board meeting minutes and the budget meeting minutes. The regular meeting minutes for April 27th, 2023, and the May Budget Committee from May 5th of 2023.
Yeah, I'll make a motion to approve both the regular and the budget minutes.
I'll second that.
Okay, there's a slate motion. It's been seconded. Approval of the minutes as stated. Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Passed. Financial reports. Again, I'd like to entertain a motion to approve the budget variance as presented.
Yeah, I'll make a motion to approve the budget variance as presented.
Is there a second?
I'll second that.
All right, discussion. Is there anything on here, Mike, worth pointing out?
No, we're on target still. No concerns. We do have outstanding projects that are still processing payments, but I suspect that not everything is going to be done, so we'll be carrying those over to the next fiscal year.
All right, and if I'm looking. Go ahead.
No comment, sir.
Got it. And if I'm looking at it, it looks like some of the resources are coming in slightly higher than projected.
Yes, that continues to be. Revenues exceed both the district's expectations and counties.
Perfect. All right, any other discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Well, actually, Shelley, I did not hear. Did you vote?
Joe's muted. Yep, here she comes.
Yeah, I'm having problems with my computer. Yes, I'm a yes.
All right, and I'm a yes. Any opposed? None, passes. Expenditures. And I will entertain a motion to approve the expenditure report as presented, starting with check number 31382 through checks number 31429 to include electronic payments and transfers for a grand total of $271,259.28.
I'll make a motion to approve that. I hope I don't have to repeat all that.
Nope.
I'll second.
It's been moved and seconded to approve the budget, to approve the expenditures as presented. Any discussion? Anything to point out, Mike?
No, sir.
All right. All those in favor say aye.
Right?
Aye.
Opposed? I was an aye, so it passed 3-0. Operations Manager Report.
Yes, thank you. We are in the middle of hiring. We have applicants that have progressed. We actually just finished up the skills-based assessment phase and are moving to observations and interviews. Lateral applicant recruitment remains open and is ongoing. Our 2 trainees are doing very well and have both moved to radio dispatch phase of their training. Rich did graduate on the 19th, and he was honored by being named co-class leader. And I also wanted to share some activities that our dispatchers have done this month in the spirit of National Police Week starting May 14th and National EMS Week starting the 21st. The team at Columbia 911 conveys our profound recognition, heartfelt appreciation, deep respect, and warm gratitude to all who serve with unwavering dedication in law enforcement and emergency medical services. A few of our staff members actually visited each police department and fire EMS agency within our jurisdiction this month to recognize their selfless commitment to safety, justice, health, and well-being in our communities. Columbia 911 staff take immense pride in working alongside such heroic personnel, ensuring public service of the highest order together. Any questions?
Don't hear any. Thank you. Jeff, Shelley, anything? Questions? Okay, hearing none. Technical Manager Report.
The 3 leaky skylights were replaced. We upgraded all the lights on the outside of the facility, and boy, are they bright. We had our regularly scheduled fire alarm inspection, no issues reported. And we're still waiting on the quotes for the exterior water damage. In HVAC world, one of the BARD units in the extension stopped working. Columbia Northwest was able to come out and repair it. And one of the circuit breakers went bad in the mix, and Hughes Electric was able to fix that while they were out working on the light.
All right.
I will
Sounds
add
good.
one thing there.
Yes.
Sorry, Rob, I'm going to add one thing that the tech team is starting is springtime, and so they're going out to sites and starting to do spring cleaning at the mountaintop sites.
Perfect. So it sounds like all of the facility improvements discussed last last month have moved forward and have been completed.
We're in progress, yes.
Yes. Shelley, Jeff, any comments, questions?
No comment here.
Yeah, no comment from me either.
All right, that moves us over to old business, starting with the radio system. Mike, take over.
Of the most important things to talk about is the Bald Hill site. After my report last month, we were continuing to work with Bay Wireless to align the dishes and tune the transmitters and receivers. All that work is complete, and that site is fully online. All transmitters and receivers are running optimally, and the statements from the Bay Wireless RF crew was they were very, very happy and stated that that site has never performed to the level that it is currently. So very good about that. Meisner Construction, in your packet, you'll see some photos of the progress. We are nearing completion. Dramatically improved site, and very happy with the progress there. Just a sidebar on that, we're actually getting some inquiries from other entities that have been watching this progress and are inquiring about the possibility of co-locating there. So we'll continue to work on that stuff. Haven Acres site, there is some Forward movement, I've been negotiating to acquire a monopole for that site. Have more information here in the next month or two on that potential acquisition. Phase 3 microwave upgrades, we're finalizing the schedule between the Day Wireless RF side, Day Wireless Civil, and M&I. That's a every other week conversation to align everybody's work schedules. Next Gen Radio project, we conducted our kickoff meeting with Federal Engineering earlier this week, and they are making arrangements for travel. Expect them to be out here finalizing that, but it's looking like mid-July. That is really it for the business. Any questions?
I'm curious, on the Meisner site, in the packet, I see there are some photos. Do we have any other photos that are available, like on the website?
We could certainly post them.
I was just curious.
Well, the ones in your packet are posted on the website.
Perfect. I mean, that's a pretty substantial upgrade to that site, especially when you just look at the old telephone pole in the background. So just think it's nice for people to be able to visualize it and reference.
Once we get ready to transfer services from the old shelters to the new, all that old equipment, those poles will be cleaned off the site.
Got it. Shelley or Jeff, any questions for Mike?
No, just the comment that quite the improvement. That looks really good.
Shelley?
I would say the same thing. It looks nice. Thanks for the pictures.
All right, if there's no other old business, we will move on to new business. HSEMC update and invoice.
Yes, so HSEM has provided us an invoice. It's in your packet. This is an annual amount request for authorization to sign over this. And why we're coming to you, because this is below my spending authority. However, the district has not paid their annual fee to HSEMS for the last several years. In fact, the last payment we made was 2018. And the reason for the non-payment for those years was because in the agreement that Columbia County Emergency Management has with the other agencies and partners of HSEM was to have deliverables. Emergency Management failed to make those deliverables for multiple years. This year, they have followed through and provided some updates on multiple projects. And so, from the administrative standpoint, I'm comfortable applying them their invoice and paying that bill. Or if you agree or not.
All right, now I'm hearing we're having a bit of some excessive background noise. Just curious if someone is not talking, if they can make sure they are muted. Thank you, and just want to make, that is much better. Could you just do a 30-second recap of what you just said, just to make sure everyone can hear it okay?
Sure. So HSEM is a committee made up of emergency management and county agencies and communities. There is an annual payment that these partner agencies help fund the HSEM and emergency management, but those payments are tied to deliverable from emergency management. And over the previous 4 years, emergency management had not supplied those deliverables, various projects and updates. And this past year, Chris has followed through and made significant improvements in those deliverables. And so administration of this district is comfortable in paying the bill, but I'm seeking your approval because in previous years, it was the board who requested that we hold back on paying a bill for items that we weren't receiving.
Yeah, I'm on board with it. I have no problem with if they follow through on their business. Yeah, I think we're good.
Robert, Shelley, are you okay with that?
Yes, I also agree. If they're following through and doing what they're supposed to, then there's no reason for us not to.
Right, and since we are getting deliverables, I take it, the committee seems to be working well then. Mike?
Much improved.
Well, good. All right, so entertain a motion to approve the payment as, I didn't see, was there a dollar figure mentioned in here?
It's in
There it
the
is.
packet. It's
Yeah,
$9,004.88.
Thank you, sorry. Yeah, the last page, sorry, so. Entertain a motion?
I'll make a motion that we pay that bill.
I'll second.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded to approve payment of the Homeland Security and Emergency Management Commission bill as presented, which was $9,844.88. Discussion. Jeff? Anything?
No, no.
Shelley?
No discussion.
All right. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Hearing none, passes. Press
Next up
for,
for-
go Mike.
Thank you. Thank you. Next up is a request for board approval to authorize me to sign a contract and to pay Motorola Solutions. This project is partially state funded. Little background, the 911 district has specialized equipment that enables community to call 911. This is a separate network than anything that you have in your home. It's separate from your wireless network. It is a proprietary and protected separate network for emergency communications. Endpoint of all of that infrastructure, the collective routers, fiber connections, all that ends at each of the primary 911 centers with specialized computer equipment and servers that process those 911 calls. That equipment has a life cycle. And when I started here in 2018, we were due for a forklift refresh of our entire system. A couple things happened. 2017, early 2018, the 911 tax funds were basically depleted. And they put those PSAPs that were scheduled for system upgrades on hold. That hold held for the next year and a half, 2 years, when we became eligible again, refreshed. However, because those reserve funds for 911 taxes were very unstable, state of Oregon enacted some cost-saving measures that impacts all of the primary dispatch centers. So some of those cost-saving measures were a discontinued support and payments for our UPS systems. They discontinued payments and support for what we call failover switches. They discontinued and defunded the 911 center's analytics. Analytics is the software that measures our performance. How many calls, how fast our calls are answered, et cetera. We can do all sorts of reports. They discontinued funding for that. And then they enacted a new funding model for purchase and support of the actual workstations that each of the call takers and dispatchers use. So for Columbia 911, we've picked up the support payments for UPS, for analytics, and we are required to fund the 5th position. So over the last several years, we've had some significant challenges working with the 911 program, but we finally have come to a conclusion, and that is the contract that is before you. The state is funding 4 of the positions for a total of $335,100. The 5th position is our responsibility. That's $21,004.59, and that we still are interested in maintaining our analytics so we can measure our performance. That's an additional $18,983.66. So this request is requesting authorization from the board to allow me to sign the contract with Motorola Solutions for the total $356,104.62, and then the caveat is the 911 district is responsible for $39,988.25. As my normal practice, I put a 10% contingency on our request for projects, at a total of $43,987.75. Happy to answer any questions.
Shelley, any questions?
No, I do not have any questions.
Jeff?
No, I'm good.
All right, I know this was a fairly significant pages to process all the information, and thank you, Mike, for covering the discrepancy there between the cost and the 10% that you put in there. I was going to ask about that.
Yeah, I just, as a normal practice, I generally put in contingency just for what ifs.
I went a little bit out of order here first. I guess before any further discussion, is there a motion to approve?
Yeah, I'll make a motion to approve, sign the contract and to pay amounts that were stated, including a contingency.
I'll second it.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded to approve the purchase as presented with a cost not to exceed $43,987.75. Now back to discussion. It's kind of nice to see that at least finally some of the funds are starting to come out from the state again. I know that was kind of inconvenient the way the state has been slowly rolling back on the reimbursements or the payment for things. So this has been long overdue. Once again, Mike, Jeff, anything?
No, I'm good.
Shelley?
Nope, I'm good.
All right, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed? Passes. And I see here we have directors' updates. Mike, do you want to do that now, or do you want to wait till after executive session?
I have nothing else to report on, so we can move on, sir.
All right. We will go ahead and go into executive session per ORS 192.660, Section 2, Section D, to discuss labor negotiations. Shortly afterwards, we will reconvene the normal meeting, and we'll let everyone else online after the executive session is over.
Thank you.
Let them back in.
Recording's on. And Nathan's doing his magic.
Just waiting. Okay.
All right, I just want to wait a few minutes to make sure everyone has a second to notice and to make it back from the lobby into the room meeting here.
We're good to go.
Ready to go, Rob.
Alrighty. So yeah, I just wanted to pause a second to make sure people have time. Okay, so we exited executive session at 11:06 and entering back into normal session here also at 11:06 hours. See on the agenda, we have discussing the agenda for the June 22nd meeting and budget adoption.
I have a conflict for that date, as actually, there's a couple of us that have conflicts on that date, so we do have to hold it because we need to adopt the budget, but I'm looking to see the possibility of moving meeting to the 15th, if that's at all possible.
I know the 15th looks good for me.
So I've got jury duty the whole month of May and the whole month of June. So every Monday at 5, I call to see if they need me Tuesday or Wednesday, and then every Wednesday at 5, I call to see if they need me. So that's kind of
Okay.
the only issue I have, otherwise I'm good.
Tentative for Jeff due to jury duty, got that?
Yeah, we're just fortunate you didn't get called in today.
Yes.
Yeah,
I go back. Shelley, how does the 15th look for you?
Well, I think I'm good for that. That's the day before we get out of school, so it may be a complicated day for me, but I'll do my best.
Okay. Of course, I'll reach out to Henry and Bruce as well, but tentatively, we'll say June 15th, unless we have unexpected further conflict. So I'll follow up with you. Of course, anything that you guys want, agenda items, I will hope to have some progress with the negotiations. Pick that up at that time.
At 9 o'clock.
Yes, 9 a.m. That's it,
All
Rob.
And any agenda items? Anyone have anything they want to propose for the agenda?
I do not.
Okay. Looking also, I apologize to you, Mike. Earlier, I kind of skipped over director updates because I was looking at that as like board of directors / member comments. So just want to confirm you didn't have any other updates minus what you presented.
I did not, thank you, though.
All right, let's start with, let's see, any other business? All right, hearing none, members' comments, and we will start with Shelley.
She may be muted, well, she is.
Yeah, it was a practice run. I was just saying, I hope everybody has a safe time and continued negotiations working, and we meet up next month with good news.
All right, thank you. Jeff.
No, I'm good, no comment.
Okay, good. Well, thank you very much for both of you for attending. I know this was a close one at the last minute as far as making sure we were going to have a quorum. So I'm glad we were able to conduct business. Thank you, management team, for your hard work on negotiations. Let's see, I think also just meeting wise, future note, want to look at it, Mike, maybe in the future. Don't know if we get like a better microphone or maybe have you almost eat your laptop. It's just because it's like a Vox operation and a lot of the reports and stuff, it kind of starts and stops and gets a little choppy. It appears choppy just because of the Vox type stuff that's happening. It's not actually muting content, but it does make it a little awkward to listen.
Well, I know that Jason and Merck's are doing research on AV solutions for running virtual meetings.
We select
Perfect.
or come up with a couple of choices. We're just, getting ready to purchase them. Thanks, approval.
Right, because even there, it just cut out a couple times, like I said, kind of like a Vox headset thing would. So if there's just something we can do to try to improve the audio, I don't know, give Mike a boom mic or something, or just a way to hold it open. And unfortunately, we're not zoomed into Mike, so I can't see his facial expression when I talked about the boom mic. Okay, but I digress. All right, any other comments? All right, once again, appreciate the rest of the team. We're seeing if we can, what we can do to improve the audio, but hearing no other comments, we will go ahead and adjourn the meeting at 11:13 hours after I thank Heather for her participation today. Thank you very much.
You bet. It was great to come down and see you all.
We are adjourned.